Hi, my name is Solo P1, and today we're going to be talking about the WWE Raw show from 4 days ago. And yes, it's now the 6th of June 2018, and it's 2 days late because at the end of the day I had things to do. I tried to record the video yesterday and upload it, but I just couldn't do it. I had some stuff to sort out, and really important stuff, and kind of personal stuff. But now I'm doing the video. I did watch the Raw live, and what can I say? It's shit. The Raw show was shit. What do you expect me to say? You expect me to say it was good, or maybe okay? No. You're not gonna get that here on my channel. On my channel, I don't care if I've got 50 subscribers. I don't care if I've got 1,000 subscribers. I don't care if I've got donations coming in. I don't care if people say, oh, you got sponsors coming in, you got people shouting at, helping you out left, right and center, saying, look, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, if you say this for me, partners. I don't care. I do not care. In this channel, Solo P1, raw, uncut. You're not going to get no sugarcoating here. You're not going to get no dancing around the subject saying, oh, maybe it was okay, maybe they could have done it that way. No. What you see on this channel is what you see is what you get. There's no fancy editing. It's not when I finish this video, I'll go on to my editing suite. I start editing the video. No. This is straight record, straight upload. There's no messing around there, because what you see is what you get with me. I'm Solo P1. I do Raw reviews. I do F1 reviews because I'm passionate about both. This is just me. There's nothing special about me. It's just a guy. I come on my channel. I play games. I do Raw reviews, like I just said, and I do F1, and I get my points out there. If you like it, you don't. If you don't like it, whatever. If you like my, you know what I mean. If you like my opinion, great. If you don't like it, that's it. What can I do? I can't change your opinion, but I've got to state my opinion. This show was absolutely horse shit from start to finish. Horse shit. Probably at the entire show, the entire 3 hours of WWE Raw, and I think it went over 3 hours. For the entire show, there was probably two segments in there what was half decent, maybe 3 out of 10 at best, 3 or 4 out of 10, and that's pushing it. That's pushing it. So I'm not gonna, like I says, I'm not gonna come out here and say the show was good just to get a few likes on my YouTube channel, or more people to subscribe. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it real. This is Solo P1 Raw review for the 4th of June 2018. The Raw review, keeping it real. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it real, like I do with all my videos. And when I was going back to Raw, when I was watching this clueless show, it will never ever be like the way it was. It'll never, not the way it's going in the Attitude Era when you had Stone Cold Steve. I know I've said this before in my Raw videos. I know I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. The Attitude Era. Even before my time, when I had the Federation Era, because I've watched all the wrestling guys on the WWE Network, right, and on other videos as well. I watched the Attitude Era. I love the Attitude Era. We had Stone Cold, The Rock, DX, characters, Mankind. When Mankind had the 3 faces, the Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Mick. You know what I mean? Them kind of people, characters. Undertaker back in the day when he's with Ministry of Darkness. Right, brilliant. The Godfather, you know, them guys back then. There was only about 3 or 4 writers. That's why it worked. There's an old saying: there's too much chefs in the kitchen, too many cooks in the kitchen, and that's what WWE's got now. They've got probably about 100 writers back there. They know nothing about wrestling, nothing about wrestling. They probably just cut the Hollywood Hollywood writers, and they think they can come into the WWE world and think, yeah, we can do this. It doesn't work that way. Wrestling and film's completely different. I know it's acting, but it's still different. Because at the end of the day, when you're in a wrestling ring, when you're in wrestling, you're wrestling in the ring, you got to tell a story, then wrestle again, whatever. It's completely different. Acting on a film set is completely different than acting in a wrestling ring, because you're going to wrestle, you're going to make sure you're fit all the time, you're going to keep your storylines on check, you're going to talk to writers, multiple writers, which shouldn't be like that. Back in the day, like I said, there was 3 or 4 writers. Now they're going to talk to so many writers. And then look at Kurt Angle back in the day. I'll give you an example. Look at Kurt Angle back in the day when he was in wrestling. If you go back to watch one of his old videos, Kurt Angle, some of his old matches and some of his old promos. Look at the way Kurt Angle used to speak on the mic. He was so fluently, and it's not about the age. Don't even bother come out and say about his age, about that he's getting old. Rubbish, complete rubbish. Right? He's not an imbecile. He can still talk. Right? He can still talk, Kurt Angle. But what it is, he's probably got about 10 writers in his ear telling him what to say. So when he does come out to cut a promo, that's why you notice Kurt Angle, he always fluffs his lines, fluffs them all the time, because he's probably got one guy saying, "Oh, you got to do it that way. You got to do it that way. You got to do it." That way. In the old days, you probably had just Kurt Angle, maybe Vince McMahon, or maybe I don't know whoever's at the back. Because I know back then there was only 3 or 4 writers. I'm not sure if Vince Russo was there, with Kurt Angle was there. It might have been there. I'm not sure. I don't think it was. Because I think when Kurt Angle came into development, when he came to the WWE, he didn't go, I think it was 99, so Vince Russo might have been there. But anyway, back then, right, you only had 3 or 4 writers telling him what to, maybe Pat Patterson, Kevin Dunn, probably telling him what to say. But now, you got about 10 writers per wrestler telling him what to say. And that's why when Kurt Angle comes out, he fluffs his lines. Kurt Angle never, ever used to fluff his lines in wrestling before until now. Because you got these writers who knew clueless about wrestling. They don't know nothing about wrestling. They don't know how to work the crowd. They don't know they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. They just come in and think, yeah, you got to do that. Or you got to do that segment because it's you know what, it'd be funny. Maybe we could get a cheap pop from the crowd. It's always rush. They got no patience. They don't know how to build a character. For instance, look at Roman Reigns. This guy should have been a heel. I know I've said this repeated times on my show. This guy should have been a heel, right? As soon as he come out, when he first come into WWE, when he was with the Shield, and he was getting a pop, and then they split the Shield up, went in his own, and the crowd started turning on him. They should have turned him heel then, but no. Vince McMahon thinking, no, I'm going to stick to my guns. This guy's my guy. This guy's my guy. No, doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. They should have turned him heel like The Rock in 98. They should have turned him heel like Vince Russo turned The Rock in 98. And they built that slowly, right, to Survivor Series 98. That's what they should have done with Roman Reigns. But no, too stubborn Vince McMahon. And then the writers as well chiming in. Forget it. This is why he'll never get over. And this is why wrestling today and Raw is poo. Absolutely dog shit. Absolutely dog shit. I'm gonna go through the segment by segment, whatever. I'm not gonna include everything because I just can't be asked. I'm gonna altogether there's probably about 12 or 30 segments. I'm probably gonna do about 4 or 5. If I do a few more segments, I'm just going to cut over them quick. I'm not going to get into it, I'm not going to go deep into it because I just can't be asked. Because the show was utter crap. And I'm sorry if you don't like my language. I'm just frustrated because the show was absolutely poo. And if you don't like my language, sorry. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it like I said. If you like me, if you're with me, you're with me. If you're not with me, you're not with me. That's it. What can I do? I'm just stating my opinion. I'm going to start with, it started with Elias in the ring with his guitar, like he doing his usual stick, talking about that when he hit Seth Rollins from behind with his guitar. And he was really upset about his guitar because that was one of his favourite guitars. And then he started singing in the ring, which I'm going to play you in a minute. He started singing in the ring, made up a song about when he hit Seth Rollins with a guitar. And this, remember I said there was about a few segments what was okay. This was one of them. So when it started off with Elias, and Elias was in the ring doing his shtick, which I usually like. I thought to myself, maybe it's going to be better than like it was last week. Last week was poor, even worse. But I thought maybe it's going to be an upgrade from last week. So I'm going to play the video now and tell me what you guys think in the comment section, whatever. And I'm just going to play it for you.
Now, it should be no surprise to anyone that I am the first face you see tonight. I am this company's most valuable asset, and at Money in the Bank, I will become even more valuable when I become the next Intercontinental Champion.
Maybe.
Because it is on that night that the entire world will see what Seth Rollins will learn the hard way, and that's that WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for.
Yeah. Loves it, doesn't he?
Now, speaking of Seth Rollins, I think we all saw what I did to him last week. That's right, I smashed him with my guitar. I left him lying in a pile of dirt in pain.
The natural, man. This guy's a natural.
But think about how I felt. Okay, I had to smash one of my favorite guitars. But, like the great artist that I am, I'm gonna use that pain. In fact, I did, and I turned it into a song, and I'm gonna sing it right now.
Showing the video now from last week. I think Seth Rollins with the guitar. He's got like playing with his music, like a little music video. Look at Coach. Oh God.
The man is falling down.
Coach looks like he was constipated, man. Standing there like he's constipated.
That title's gonna be my trophy. Everybody's gonna walk with me because the architect has lost his ground. The man is falling down, just like the Rockets when Golden State comes to town.
Like I said, he's used a stick, which it works. Seth Rollins comes out now. He's going underneath the ring.
The Kingslayer's got an equalizer.
For his,
Seth Rollins
for a
with
table.
some backup.
So basically, Seth Rollins gets in the ring, sizes up Elias. Elias has got his guitar, and they're looking at each other. Elias raises his guitar over his shoulder, like he was going to hit Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins does the same with the chair, and I'm going to play it again.
Rollins remembers what the guitar felt like last week when Elias blasted him off the top of our announce desk. We've got a standoff here in Houston.
The standoff.
Oh!
There goes Elias'
and there
guitar.
goes the guitar, and now Rollins has the advantage. And what is... Wait a minute! From behind! Jinder Mahal!
You know who's coming next, don't you?
Mahal was in that
Rinse
match with
and
Rollins
repeat.
last week when Elias attacked. Mahal attacked Rollins with a steel chair a couple of weeks ago. And now the 2-on-1 assault.
There we go.
Hold on a minute. Here comes the big dog, Roman Reigns, who's felt the fury of Jinder Mahal as well. Certainly no love lost between the big dog and Jinder Mahal, or Elias for that matter. And now Reigns throwing right hands, taking out everybody in his path, including Mahal's buddy Sunil Singh. The big dog coming to the aid of his former Shield brother, Seth Rollins.
So that was it for that one. Yeah, what can I say? After that segment, when Jinder Mahal comes out, and then the big dog comes out, Roman Reigns. He comes out, and you know who's coming next, don't you? It's obvious who's gonna come next. Yes, Kurt Angle comes out, rinse and repeat, and everybody knew when Kurt Angle come out, what's gonna happen. Yes. It's not gonna end tonight. There's gonna be a tag team match. It's gonna be Jinder Mahal, obviously, Jinder Mahal and Elias. Forgot his name. You see what I mean? You see how disinterested I am. Elias and Jinder Mahal, he made a match between them two versus Seth Rollins and the big dog Roman Reigns. That was it. So the match went on. Obviously, we know he was going to win. Well, it wasn't obvious. I thought, to be fair, I thought that Roman Reigns was going to win, but he never. There was some schmaz at the end. Elias comes in, hits him, elbows him while the elbows Seth Rollins while the referee went looking. Jinder comes and sticks the win, whatever. That's how it ended. Anyway, that they both won anyway, so that's it. Meaningless match. Nobody cares. Crowd is dead. Why was a match happening, to be fair? Why? Elias. The only good thing about maybe that Elias won, but who cares? It doesn't mean nothing. Not today. Maybe back in the day, if they would have got a win, it would have meant something. But it never meant nothing. So basically, Elias and Jinder Mahal win. So that was that part over. More pain to come. More pain to come. I don't even. This one was a bathroom break. Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin backstage. There was talking, gibbering about something. I didn't really catch it. I didn't even DVR it. I mean, I didn't rewind it back to listen to. I just saw him in the ring. I watched him, Baron Corbin, and meaningless segment talking about that he's going to be watching Kurt Angle tonight because Stephanie McMahon said orders of Stephanie McMahon. So Corbin's going to be watching Kurt Angle to see how he does tonight. Who cares? Basically, who cares? A meaningless storyline. And when next week comes, Corbin's probably going to be in the ring jobbing out to somebody. So I didn't really care. It's not going to escalate to anything. He's not going to go into a storyline or nothing. So I don't really care. Segment 3. This is definitely a bathroom break. But unfortunate for me, I caught this one. It was segment 3. Kurt Hawkins, yes. Kurt Hawkins. Who is Kurt Hawkins? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Who is Kurt Hawkins? Because I don't know who he is. I don't think I've ever seen this guy before. Who's Kurt Hawkins? He comes out flapping his gums, flapping away like most of the jobbers do. Talking about his 199 losing. He wants to end his losing streak of 199 matches. But the funny thing about it, I watched Raw over a week and I've never seen him. I don't think I've actually seen him. So he's talking about this streak. He wants to end this losing streak. He wants to put it to an end. He wants to win a match finally and be a force in the WWE. Yeah, that's really gonna happen. So he's got this guy in the ring. Another. It looks like an indie wrestler from Texas because we was in Texas today. 2 days ago, the WWE Raw was in Texas. So he says, I'm going to beat this guy and end my losing streak of 199 losses. Who cares? Dog shit. So basically, he's wrestling this guy. I wasn't really interested. I was just watching it and thinking, going through the motions. So Kurt Hogan sets him up for his move to finish it. And then all of a sudden, Baron Corbin music hits. Now, Baron Corbin, a year ago, he won Money in the Bank. He was destined to be the next big thing, WWE champion. He won the Money in the Bank briefcase. He was on his way to becoming the WWE champion. But now, he's coming out for a match with Kurt Hawkins versus this indie wrestler. So he comes out, gets in the ring, interferes in the ring. The match stops. The referee awards the winner to this this guy from Texas. I don't know his name and I don't care. He awards the match to him, saying, yeah, you've won by disqualification. So obviously Kurt Hawkins has lost again. So he's 200 losses in the WWE. Maybe they should just give him his pink slip and get out of there. Maybe. Just a hint. Maybe they should just give him his P45 and then just see you later. get off my TV. Just get off my TV. I'm sick of seeing these worthless wrestlers on my TV. Get off my TV. So basically, Baron Corbin gets in the ring, interferes, like I says, and then Kurt Angle loses the match, which I don't care. So Baron Corbin's outside, he drags Kurt Angle outside and choke slams him through a table of tacos. Tacos, wow. Tacos. The only thing about this, right, when I saw him choke slamming through tacos, it just made me a bit hungry, so I went to the kitchen and made myself a sandwich. That's the only thing, really. That's what just made me hungry. Apart from that, it was dog shit. Moving on to segment 4, it was the Nia Jax versus Natalya. You know my thoughts on this storyline. Less than 3 months ago, Nia Jax was a babyface, right? Alexa Bliss was the women's champion, the Raw women's champion. Okay, are you following me? No. Alexa Bliss, right, was saying all along, not all along, but the last few months, that after she lost the title to Nia Jax at WrestleMania, okay, Alexa Bliss did. And then after, Alexa Bliss kept saying to everybody, the WWE Universe, to all the people that watch the wrestling, which is not many now probably, she was saying to the people in the crowd, saying that Nia Jax is a bully. But really, the way they was doing it, obviously, with the storyline, it was Alexa Bliss was doing the bullying. But she was saying to everybody, there was segments on every Raw, every Monday on Raw, there was like a 20-minute announcement. She had Alexa Bliss come on the screen, and she was saying that Nia Jax is a bully, and she feels sorry for all the people who's getting bullied out there, but Nia's the biggest bully of them all. Nia Jax says, no, I ain't no bully, whatever. Yeah? And then all of a sudden now, Nia Jax was bullying Ronda Rousey. That was last week on Raw. So she's gone from a good girl to a bad girl. Now she's a good girl again. Now, so she's a good girl, right? And then after, when she started bullying Ronda Rousey, which was last week, now she's a heel. Are you following me? So she's goody 2 months ago, a baddie last week because she was supposed to be bullying Ronda Rousey, which that will never happen. But that's the way the WWE was portraying it. Now, this week, she's a babyface. That's what it looked like to me. So basically, Nia Jax comes out the ring. She's facing Natalya. Everybody said, "Oh, if Natalya beats Nia Jax," this was a commentary. Corey Graves, Michael Cole, they were saying, "Oh, if Natalya beats Nia Jax, right, that'd be the biggest upset in wrestling." I thought, oh my, hold on, Natalya's been there 13, 14 years, and it was not even 6 months. But it was not even 6-7 months ago, or maybe a year ago, that Natalya was having a little thing with Nia Jax. I'm sure she was. Right? Like a little feud with Nia Jax, and Natalya was beating the fuck out of her, wasn't she? That all of a sudden now, Natalya's supposed to be really scared of Nia Jax because, oh, she's got the title, she's turned heel, or is she face? I don't know. Every week the WWE is changing. That's the storyline. That's what happens when you got 50 writers. Anyway, so she comes out to the ring, the wrestling, there's the commentary, oh, if Natalya wins, it's going to be the biggest upset, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Natalya hurts her knee. You got Ronda Rousey in commentary, clueless as usual. But just, you know what, just don't talk. That'd be best. Just don't talk. And the face expressions are still poor. You're still never going to learn. You're trying too hard. That's why your face expressions are like that. Just let it come natural. Stop trying too hard. I know the WWE is dog shit. I know the storylines are dog shit. I know Ronda Rousey, it's not personal. I know it's not personal, right? I know what it is, right? It's the WWE writers. I know they're full of shit. They are dog shit, and they're making you look like dog shit. But anyway, Ronda Rousey's on the commentary, and she's talking about Corey Graves said, "Oh, what are you gonna do if she gets you in armbar or whatever?" or what happens if she does this to you, does this move. Oh, you know what? I've lost interest in it anyway. He said, what are you going to do if she puts you in this move? What are you going to do? And she goes, oh, I'll never give up. I'm strong. I'm gonna beat her. We'll see what happens. Anyway, the same old shit that comes out of her mouth. I know it's not her, it's the writers. The writers are fucking clueless. But anyway, Natalya hurts a knee. Nia Jax gets a pin. Then Ronda Rousey comes out to help Natalya to the back. And then Nia Jax, she's standing there and saying, oh, you okay, Natty? You're okay, Natty? Looking concerned. Like she's a face again. Like last week she was a heel, now she's a face. Jesus Christ. These storylines all over the place. You know what? I can't wait until the storylines finish, to be fair. And that's how it finished. They went backstage. There was a little segment backstage. Natalya was on the... she had an ice pack on her knee. And Ronda Rousey was there. You okay? You could stay still. You'll be fine. And then Nia Jax comes into the women's locker room, saying to Ronda Rousey, at the end of the day, she's my friend just as much as yours, right? If you're friends, why are you fighting each other? Why are you capitalising on a knee injury in the ring? If you was a friend and she got a knee injury in the ring, you would have said to the referee, just stop it. I ain't going to wrestle her with that knee injury. Last week it was a heel. This week you're a babyface. Do you see where I'm coming from now, guys? Last week heel, this week babyface. Confusing or what? But anyway, that if she was a friend, she would have said that, wouldn't she? She would have said, no, I ain't going to wrestle her. She's got a bad knee. I ain't going to wrestle her. I'll wrestle her next week. But she never. She capitalised it, got the win. But back to the backstage. She says to Ronda Rousey, she's my friend just as much as your friend. And then she starts pushing Ronda Rousey. They start doing the face off, the serious face that, oh, I'm getting scared. That fucking serious face standing there, yeah. You wait until we get to Money in the Bank. You wait. I'm gonna beat your ass. You know that serious face. Nobody's buying it. It's horse shit. That segment was over. Finally, I think when that segment was over, I was clapping. On to segment 5, which is Bobby Roode. What have the WWE done with this guy? I know it's the same thing what I'm talking about Bobby Roode every week. It's like rinse and repeat like the WWE. But this guy, when he was the champion at NXT, he was the hottest thing in NXT. He was a cocky heel. He used to come down with the crowd. He used to come down when he used to walk down to the ring with his robe, his Ric Flair robe. He didn't give a shit what people thought about him. He didn't give a shit. He used to be this cocky heel, the way a heel's supposed to be. And then he had his music glorious. It suited him down to a T. But now he's moved up to the main roster. He's lost. I don't want to say it, but I can honestly say now that the way the WWE Raw has made Bobby Roode since he's moved up from NXT, he's dog shit. He's get off my TV. I don't want to see him. I don't want to hear from him. And it's a shame because when he was on NXT, Bobby Roode was one of my favourite wrestlers in the entire company. I loved him the way he used to come down. I loved him why he didn't give a shit about the crowd. The way he used to come down and think, yeah, I'm the man. No one's going to fucking touch me. And now, look at him now. He's fucking lost. Anyway, to that segment he was doing, he was talking about that Braun Strowman's this big guy. I've never wrestled no one like him. The guy's a big guy and all that, and giving him props. But he says at the end of the day, when I get to Money in the Bank, the same old shit. I'm going to get in the ring. I'm going to climb the ladder. I'm going to get the briefcase. And I'm going to cash in and whatever. Same old shit. Same promos that all the wrestlers are cutting. Same promos that all the wrestlers are cutting every week. Or at the end of the day, this guy, I've got respect for him. But at the end of the day, when I get in the ring, I'm going to go through all the men. I'm going to climb the ladder. And I'm going to grab the briefcase. And I'm going to be the Money in the Bank winner. Same old shit. Then they had the match with Bobby Roode and Braun Strowman after that segment. But match was fucking boring, to be fair. It was boring. I didn't really give a shit about it. I just wanted it to be over so we can move on to the next segment. And that was it, really. At the end, there was outside the ring, before the match finished, there was outside the ring and Bobby Roode had got this big fucking ladder. They put it over the ring onto the outside. It's like you had the ring apron, and then you had the part where the audience sits, and you had put a ladder across, separating him and Braun Strowman. And he said to Braun Strowman, I got you now, you can't hurt me now, And I thought, what the fuck is this? And all of a sudden, Braun Strowman just, boom, one axe hit. Ladder went in half, metal ladder, whatever, probably plastic. But anyway, that's what he done. He chopped the ladder in half. They went back in the ring. Braun Strowman got the pin. And that was that segment over. Awful. I didn't care. Moving on to Kevin Owens, backstage. He was talking about the same again. Why does people love Finn Balor? What's his thing about sweet? He kept saying sweet. That's what Kevin Owens kept saying. I don't know why, but he kept saying sweet, 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 sweet. And to be fair, it kind of made me laugh a little bit, the way he said it. But you think about it, this is a 3-hour show of WWE Raw, and the only thing that entertained me was the beginning, which was Elias and this Kevin Owens promo. That's 2 promos really. The only thing that entertained me. Maybe there's a little wrestling segment towards the end, which I'm going to mention. But that's it really. Out of a 3-hour show, and that shows you how dog shit the show is. But anyway, talking about the same old shit. He said he's going to beat Finn Balor because he's got a match with him tonight. That was the main event. He's going to beat Finn Balor, and he's going to whatever, same old shit. And we're moving on to the Bray Wyatt. You know what? I'll tell you something now. This Bray Wyatt. This is that Bray Wyatt Hardy segment. They come in the ring with the WWE Raw titles, right? To be fair, I forgot who the champions were. That's how disinterested I am with the WWE Raw Tag Team division, right? They're all dog shit. This is why they're fucking in the ring having food fights. The Raw Tag Team division, yeah? Most of them all jobbers are us. All jobbers, the majority of them are actually the Raw jobbers, except Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. Hardy was in the ring with Bray Wyatt cutting a promo. I thought that Cesaro and Sheamus were the Raw Tag Team champions, but I think they're on SmackDown. So this is how disinterested I am in the WWE Tag Team Raw division, right? But anyway, they said that we're the Tag Team champions. We're going to stay the Tag Team champions as long as we won them, and then the same old shtick. And said whoever wins, it doesn't matter. They're not going to beat us. And it was a short segment. Again, not really interested in that segment. On to the Jobber Battle Royal. This is what I call it. They call it the WWE Raw. Whoever wins the Raw Tag Team, whoever wins the Battle Royal, the tag team, they'll go on to face the champions at Money in the Bank, which is Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. Jobbers are us. You had the only thing that was funny about this, remember I told you was another segment was funny, the third one. This was it. When all the jobbers was in the ring, all the flipping marks was in the ring. As Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, which I think is a good team. I knew they weren't going to win it because they've got bigger things for them too. But anyway, when they was coming into the ring and they'd done their pose when they play the music, they were standing in the ring, and as JoJo was announcing the stipulation of the match and the rules, all the jobbers except Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, which are not jobbers, they stood there, and all the other jobbers started wrestling while JoJo was still announcing the match. I saw Drew McIntyre just standing there looking at Dolph Ziggler and thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Why are they wrestling? And even the referees outside was looking at Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre saying, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm putting my hands out. What the fuck? Why are they still wrestling? While JoJo's still talking and announcing the match. But like I said, that's why they're jobbers. But anyway, the match started going. I forgot who got through out first. I forgot who got through out second. All I know that the winner was the B team. And who cares? We all know when the B team go to wrestle the champions at Money in the Bank, yeah, we know they're not going to win. It's just a little storyline that WWE cooked up because I thought it was funny. We're gonna get this team. We're gonna call it the B team, just a bit like that Rhino one with that guy who said he had kids. Something similar to that. This is basically they're gonna get them. They're gonna get to. It's just something to fill a pay-per-view. But they're not gonna win the titles, right? They're just gonna lose. Yeah, I'm telling you now. This is my opinion. They're gonna lose, and when they lose, yeah, you'll probably never hear of them again. They'll just be back to like losing matches, and that's it. And oh god, on to the next segment, which is segment 8, which is probably the worst segment, the worst part of the WWE Raw show. It was the worst, absolutely diabolical horse manure. He had Sami Zayn. It was the Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley segment. Bobby Lashley comes out again, grinning his fucking teeth out. White, pearly teeth. Beautiful teeth he has. If he was modelling for teeth, I'd pick him. He'd come out, he's smiling his arse off, saying in the ring, "Oh, I'm a man where I come from. I'm not like Sami Zayn and runs away. We deal with our problems. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call out Sami Zayn." I thought you'd done that last week. I'm sure you had the head-to-head last week. But anyway, this is WWE's clueless writers. You had Bobby Lashley coming out. He's in the ring saying, "Right, I'm gonna. I want to see Sami Zayn in the ring. I want to confront me like a man, whatever." And then all of a sudden, you hear Sami Zayn's voice. He's in the crowd, selling his ass off with Sami Zayn. I'll give it Sami Zayn. The crowd were clueless in Texas tonight. They were absolutely clueless. They spent more times on the phones taking pictures of Sami Zayn. I actually saw a 55-year-old man in the crowd with his phone taking pictures of Sami Zayn like a mark, like a true mark, a wrestling mark. I thought to myself, you are clueless. 45-year-old man, or 55, whatever, with his kid. He didn't care about his kid having. He could see his kid wanted to take pictures, right? But he didn't care about his kid. He was standing in front of his kid taking his pictures. Oh yeah, I got one of Sami Zayn. I've got one of Sami Zayn. That's all that matters. I thought, oh my, people didn't care. Sami Zayn was in that crowd selling his ass off, saying that Bobby Lashley's a fake. Bobby Lashley's never been in the army. Bobby Lashley's a fraud. He's nothing. I'm going to beat him at Money in the Bank. Nobody cared. Nobody was booing. Nobody was cheering. The crowd was silent. Just the only thing you could hear is the camera phones going. That's all you could hear. And the mic is the camera phones. Nobody cared. And nobody cares about the feud. And as soon as this feud's over, right, the better for me. I'll just watch. The quicker this segment is over, the better for everybody. Because this feud is going nowhere. Bobby Lashley's buried. There's no way back for him. They're going to give him his P45 and he's going to send him back to TNA. And I'm not sure if Sami Zayn's going to recover from it either. I don't know why they put Sami Zayn in this clueless storyline. They should have left Sami Zayn with Kevin Owens. When I was on SmackDown, they were building some momentum. They brought him on Raw. They've killed him. They have killed Sami Zayn. And they're killing Kevin Owens as well. Why change them? Why didn't you just leave Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens together? I don't know why they never done it, but that's the WWE writers. They are fucking clueless. And I'm telling you now, if Bobby Lashley is still here by the end of the year, he's done well. Because I just can't see Bobby Lashley being here in the WWE, on the WWE roster by the end of the year. Because I think they're just going to get rid of him. They ruined him from the off. He should have come down, like I said before, he should have come down when the night after WrestleMania, when Brock Lesnar won the WWE title, or when he retained the WWE title, Raw title, Universal title, right? Universal title, wow. Like the title means anything, 2 years old title, and they're going like this title means everything. It is absolutely shit. The Intercontinental title has got more presence, more history, more prestige than this fucking title ever will. This fucking Universal title, and the name Universal title is absolutely fucking diabolical. But anyway, what they should have done with Bobby Lashley, the night after Raw, when Brock Lesnar retained his title at WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, they had Bobby Lashley come out, spear Brock Lesnar, and look at Paul Heyman and Bobby look at Paul Heyman and Bobby Lashley, look at Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, and Bobby Lashley should have looked at him and says, you know what, I got your number, winked his eye, something like that. Winked his eye and said, yeah, I got your number. I'm coming for your title. And left it at that to SummerSlam. And then a month before SummerSlam, because, you know, Brock Lesnar only does certain dates. A month before SummerSlam, they should have built up this the match. Maybe 6 weeks before SummerSlam. Build up this feud between two titans, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. And that's what they should have done. But what did they do with Bobby Lashley? Fuck all. They fucked him up. They're going to release him I don't want him to get released. They're going to release him. My opinion, I think they're going to release him by the end of the month. And then before you know it, next year, you'll probably see him in TNA or Ring of Honor or whatever. It's not Bobby Lashley's fault. It's creative. The story writers. I told you, they're fucking clueless. If Vince Russo was there, people can say what they want about Vince Russo, but he moved that needle. You look at the Attitude Era, he speaks for himself. His records speak for itself. And the ratings Raw got when he under his fucking watch is never been repeated. So you can say what you want about Vince Russo. He moved the needle. And if Vince Russo was writing for WWE when Bobby Lashley was there, he would have done. I don't know what he would have done, but he would have done better than what they're doing now. Coming out, laughing, bringing out 3 guys that's supposed to be his fucking brothers, supposed to be his sisters, men dressed as women, pretending to be his sisters. What kind of fucking shit is that? What kind of shit is that? I just don't understand why WWE are so fucking clueless. I thought when Bobby Lashley was coming to the WWE, I thought they're going to do something like this. Put him against Brock Lesnar, but they never. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing, Bobby Lashley. Fucking clueless. Absolutely clueless. All the writers should be fired. Fire them all. Bring back fucking Vince Russo. He'll sort it out. Segment 9. He had a backstage interview with Roman Reigns. I don't really fucking care. Roman Reigns talking about he's going to beat Jinder Mahal. He's going to beat him tonight in a tag team match. I mean, he's going to beat him on Money in the Bank in a couple of weeks. And then he switched, and then they had a segment with Jinder Mahal as well at the same time, but probably at the other end of the arena, saying that he's going to beat Roman Reigns one-on-one at Money in the Bank. Again, this match doesn't mean nothing. Okay then, save Jinder Mahal beats Roman Reigns. What next? What's next? Where's the progression? Where is the progression when Jinder Mahal beats Roman Reigns? Tell me. There's no progression. He's just gonna beat. If Roman Reigns beats Jinder, what next? That gives him a title shot at Brock Lesnar, because that's probably what they're gonna do. So if Roman Reigns beats Jinder Mahal, right? Wow. So if he beats Jinder Mahal, he should be number 1 contender for the title. No, what about Braun Strowman? Because you know Braun Strowman's not going to win that Money in the Bank. They're building it too much. Every week they're saying, "Oh, he's going to win Money in the Bank. He's my pick to win Money in the Bank." That means he's not going to win Money in the Bank. Why isn't Braun Strowman having a title shot? Tell me. Anyway, in that segment, Roman Reigns kept saying that Jinder Mahal's he's been handed everything. Fucking hell. Jinder Mahal's been handed everything, guy. That's what Roman Reigns is saying. Roman Reigns is saying Jinder Mahal is being handed everything. Really? Really, Roman? You haven't been handed everything. So you've main evented 4 WrestleManias. You've won the Royal Rumble. You've had title shot after title shot. You've had about 10 title shots this year. No, this year alone, you've had about 3 title shots. You've lost them all. The year before that, you had a couple more title shots. So you've been so Jinder Mahal's been handed everything. Then okay, then. So you're not Vince McMahon's boy. Okay, then, Roman. Whatever you say, Roman. By the way, Roman, you're full of shit. That's all I can say, Roman. You're full of shit. On to the segment. On to the women's triple threat match. Again, another meaningless match. The women's Money in the Bank has already been set in stone 3 weeks ago. So why didn't you just wait? Why didn't you just let it drag on? That every week you had a women's qualifying match. for the Money in the Bank, and then a week before Money in the Bank, you could have had the final slot. But what you did, you blew your load 3 weeks ago, rushed it in one women's battle royal to get the last spot. You could have just made it carry on. You rushed it, right? You rushed it, and you should have just done every week, had one qualifying match every week for Money in the Bank, for the women's Money in the Bank, but you never. And now you're having this meaningless matches, triple threat matches that nobody gives a shit about. It was a triple threat match. You had Sasha Banks, Amber Moon, and Alexa Bliss. When has Alexa Bliss ever been friends with Sasha Banks? But again, that's WWE creative for you. So versus the Riot Squad. Again, nobody cares about the Riot Squad. Ruby Riot, I like Ruby Riot, but the rest of them are fucking horseshit. So you had the triple threat match. You had 3-on-3 match. During the match, Alexa Bliss, she got in there first. She supposedly hurt her knee, which she probably never. She hurt her knee. She got out of there. Said she can't wrestle. So it was left with Sasha Banks and Amber Moon versus the Riot Squad. I think I was like falling asleep during this match. And then towards the end of the match, it was still 3-on-2, obviously. Bayley's music hit. She runs down the ring. No referee. The referee's in the ring, but nobody said, she's been a replacement for Alexa Bliss. She just walks in the ring, runs in the ring, and starts fighting, and pins Sarah Logan, and that's it, 1, 2, 3. Referee stands there, gobsmacked, right, thinking, what's just going on? He's raising the hands, right? He's raising the hands of Sasha Banks, Amber Moon, and Bayley. He's the referee, you know. He's supposed to make the decision. So he's raising the hands and thinking, yeah, they've won. Hold on, she wasn't even illegal in the match. She's not supposed to be there. So ain't the referee supposed to say, no, wave it off. No, I'm sorry, you haven't won the match. The Riot Squad won the match because Bayley interfered with the match. She wasn't supposed to be in the match. She just interfered. She can't pin. So it's a disqualification. So the Riot Squad win, but no. Referee never done that. He raises the hands like a Nimrod. And they walk out. And I was thinking to myself, bad fucking writing, man. Bad writing. So all of a sudden, backstage, we have a segment again with Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle stands there and Corbin says to Kurt Angle, he said, listen, Bayley can't just walk in the ring like that. She can't just run in the ring and get a pin. She weren't supposed to be in the ring. It was supposed to be Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, and Amber Moon. And obviously, Alexa Bliss got injured, but that doesn't mean Bayley can just run in the ring and replace that without the referee saying. So if I was you, I'll go and see Sasha Banks, Amber Moon, and Bayley and tell them that they've lost the match and reverse the decision and give it back to the Riot Squad. Are you still with me? I know, yeah. I fucking lost track as well. So Kurt Angle goes and sees, you see a backstage segment with Amber Moon, Sasha Banks, and Bayley congratulating each other and saying, oh, this is great. We've won the match. Happy. And Amber Moon says to Bayley and Sasha Banks, why don't you two just hug it out? So Bayley looks at Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks looks at Bayley and says, oh, don't say anything. Just look at each other. They're about to hug, and then Kurt Angle intervenes and says, listen, I've got to tell you guys something. You've lost the match. I've reversed the decision. Bayley, you weren't supposed to be in the match, and the match goes to the Riot Squad. So Kurt Angle walks off. Bayley stands there like he's like all innocent, like to say what's happening. Sasha Banks looks at her. Amber Moon looks at Bayley in disgust, walks off, and then Sasha Banks looks at Bayley in a funny face, like in a moody face, then walks off, and Bayley just stood there on her own. So it was just a fucking waste of time, really. Why didn't they go with this storyline? I'm not sure. The still might. When about 2 months ago, Bayley and Sasha Banks were turned on each other in the back. They were fighting each other in the back because Bayley said she didn't trust Sasha Banks. She said she didn't trust Sasha Banks. Banks said stop whining and then started fighting backstage, and that was perfect for a good feud. Why don't they have the feud Bayley versus Sasha Banks? Sasha Banks turns heel and they have a feud. Why they keep fucking around with these two? Because it's just boring now. See, what I'd do is I'd have Money in the Bank. Bayley's not in Money in the Bank, right? Bayley's not in Money in the Bank. Sasha Banks is. What I'd do is I'd make, because my pick for the Money in the Bank is Natalya, but this is what I'd do. I'd have Bayley and Natalya, the last two women in... No, I'd have Sasha Banks and Natalya, the last two women in Money in the Bank. Like, the other ones are outside, and them two in the ring. Both are going for the briefcase, right? Natalya's hitting... So they're both going up the ladder for the briefcase. Natalya hits Sasha Banks. Then Bayley comes in the ring to try and help Sasha Banks, to try and help to grab the briefcase. For some reason, somehow, Bayley fucks it up, cost Sasha Banks the win, and Natalya wins the Money in the Bank. So what happens is the gold. If this is what I would do if I was writing it. And then Sasha Banks at the end looks at Bayley and said, "What the fuck have you done? You've cost me the fucking the briefcase. I had my hands in it." Bayley said, "Look, I was only trying to help. I was trying to help you." And then Sasha Banks turns around and lays fucking her out, lays Bayley out with one fucking swift kick or a punch. And then it starts. The crowd boos Sasha Banks for turning on Bayley. And then you got a good feud there with Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Why don't the WWE... They still might do it, but they're just taking the time with it now. And they should just get on with it, because this feud between these two could go on. And they could fight each other at SummerSlam. That'd be a great match. Sasha Banks versus Bayley. No title needed. They're both good wrestlers. Sasha Banks is a fucking brilliant heel. When she was at NXT, she was fucking shit hot as a heel. Bayley's the perfect babyface. Babyface versus fucking heel. And that's it. But the WWE are too scared about the merchandise. You know, they don't want the merchandise, because they're both baby faces, Bayley and Sasha Banks. They're both pulling a lot of merch, and they're probably scared that if I turn Sasha Banks or Bayley heel, right, but I'd turn Sasha Banks heel, that they're going to lose merchandise and they'll lose money. It doesn't fucking matter. It makes good storyline, and that's the way I'll go. Bayley's outside, or she comes down, right, at Money in the Bank, because she's not in a Money in the Bank match. She's there to support a friend. Sasha Banks is in the ring with Natalya. They're both going for the briefcase. Natalya starts laying into Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks starts slipping down the ladder. And then Bayley jumps in the ring if the referee's out. Bayley jumps in the ring, tries to help Sasha to get the briefcase, but ends up fucking it up for her. And Natalya ends up grabbing the briefcase, winning the match. And Bayley ends up costing Sasha Banks the title. The briefcase. That's the way I'll do it. But you got no faith in fucking WWE. On to the last match, yeah, Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. Again, meaningless match. I don't really give a shit about either of them. Kevin Owens versus... I like Kevin Owens still, but, you know, it's the way the creative are doing it. You had Kevin Owens... it was a decent match. It was going back and forward. Towards the end, they brought the ladder out to try and get the briefcase. Kevin Owens climbs up to the top of the ladder. He thinks twice to jump off the ladder. He goes down a few steps. Thinks twice again. He goes down a few steps again. Finn Balor gets up, grabs Kevin Owens, throws him on the floor, he goes to the top of the ladder and gives him a nasty coup de grace. And that's how it finished WWE Raw. Like I said, WWE have to get the fucking... they need to get these storylines correct, because there's so much flaws in the storyline. And like I said, I'm not going to come out here and going to sugarcoat anything. I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to come out here. I'm not going to fucking bullshit you. Just to try and get more fucking likes and more subscribers on my channel. If you want to subscribe. I'm happy. If you don't, you don't. That's just the way it is. But I'm not going to lie. This is raw and cut. Like I said before the video. No editing. No, after this, go into some fancy editing suite, start editing my video. This is pure record and upload straight away. No fucking around. So, that was my Raw review for June the 4th, 2018. And I'm going to be doing a review tomorrow on SmackDown. I'm going to go and watch SmackDown now. That happened yesterday, but I didn't watch it, so I'm going to watch it tonight. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on that tomorrow. And that's it, really. Follow me on Twitter, SoloP1. Follow me on Twitch, Solo_P1. I stream games from Call of Duty to Assetto Corsa, like a lot of car games like Forza Motorsport, R Factor, Race Room. I stream them all. I stream all sorts of games. And follow me, on my channel. Subscribe if you want. And Solo P1 on YouTube. That's my review for the Raw show for the 4th of June 2018. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.